Welcome to Movie Division. Today, I'm going to recap the family adventure fantasy movie entitled The Little Mermaid. Spoilers ahead, watch out. The opening scene of the movie shows a ship full of sailors trying to harpoon what they think is a mermaid. Since they are only attempting to harm a dolphin, Prince Eric descends to stop them. Mermaids and other sea creatures, according to the sailors, are dangerous. Despite Eric's adventurous nature, his butler Grimsby watches over the boy at the request of his mother, Queen Selina. One of the sailors' telescopes ends up being lost to the sea. The kingdom of Merpeople, headed by King Triton, is located deep within the ocean. As they get ready for the coral moon, he gathers his daughters Perla, Indira, Mala, Tamika, Karina, and Caspia. Ariel, Triton's youngest child, is not present. Sebastian, Triton's crab major domo, is sent to look for her. Ariel discovers the sailor's telescope while with her best friend Flounder, which she keeps among her discoveries of the human world. The two locate a fork after swimming down to a sunken ship, but a shark soon starts pursuing them. By tricking the shark into thinking it is seeing her reflection in a mirror and then becoming trapped in it, Ariel is able to get the shark away from Flounder and free herself and Flounder. Scuttle, a diving bird who knows or claims to know about the human world, finds Ariel and Flounder. She explains to Ariel that the dinglehopper on her fork is used to style hair. Ariel is forced to swim back to her father after Sebastian arrives and informs her that she missed the Coral Moon meeting. As they depart, Ursula the Sea Witch, who is the master of Flotsam and Jetsam the eels, sends them to spy on Ariel. She is Triton's sister, and she's angry with Triton for taking over control of the ocean while she was left in a living hell. She secretly wants to depose her brother and use Ariel as a pawn in the process. Triton reprimands Ariel and warns her not to approach the surface after her mother was killed by humans when she first finds him. Ariel tells Flounder that she wants to see the world above as they travel to her cave with all of her human artifacts. Part of your world. Ariel sees fireworks above and follows the lights as Sebastian pursues her. Grimsby is advising Eric about the obligations he will have to accept before becoming king as a celebration for his 21st birthday is taking place. Fathoms below. Eric's dog Max notices Ariel, but he doesn't see her. A terrible storm strikes shortly after that and moves closer to the ship. Eric is knocked over into the water as the crew and Max rush to their lifeboats as the ship catches fire and collides with the rocks. Ariel descends to his aid by swimming. Eric is brought to the shore by Ariel, who is able to revive him. Before Grimsby and the other men come to find him and bring him back to the kingdom, he is only just awake enough to see Ariel and hear her voice. As Ursula keeps watching Ariel, she comes to the conclusion that she has all the pieces necessary to use Ariel in her scheme. Sebastian discovers Ariel when she emerges from the water and tries to persuade her that their current situation is far superior to life on land. While Ariel does pause to take in her surroundings, she soon heads back to her cave and pauses to admire the statue of Eric that she now keeps for herself and that fell into the water. When Eric gets back, he orders his men to look for the enigmatic girl who saved him. Although Eric claims that this girl has changed his life, Selena believes he is not feeling well. In an effort to locate her on his own, he sprints outside and boards a boat. The sunken ship that invaded their territory is being cleaned up by Ariel and her sisters. Triton's rejection of the human world hasn't made Ariel any less angry, but he's aware that something else is going on. After ascending to the surface, Sebastian informs Triton that Ariel is in love with Eric. Ariel is reprimanded by Triton when he discovers her in a cave for defying him. Triton uses his trident to destroy all of Ariel's possessions, despite Ariel's attempts to counter that not all humans are evil. This causes Ariel to sob in sorrow. Flounder and Sebastian follow Ursula as she contacts Ariel and uses Flotsam and Jetsam to entice her to her lair. Before meeting her estranged aunt, Ariel discovers a dark pit filled with merpeople skeletons. Ariel's desire to interact with people and her interest in Eric are played on by Ursula, who also boasts about her use of magic to deceive or help others. As part of the bargain, Ariel removes one of her scales and gives up her voice. She has 3 days to convince Eric to kiss her, after which she will revert to her mermaid form and become an Ursula prisoner. As Ariel's tail vanishes and legs appear in its place, Ursula laughs. She swims up to the surface in a hurry. Ariel is picked up and taken to the kingdom in a fishing vessel, before being brought to meet Eric. She is brought in, freshly dressed and bathed. Unfortunately, he is unable to verify that she is the girl who saved him because she is mute. He nonetheless permits her to remain there until other arrangements can be made. She is not even aware that she is required to kiss Eric as part of the deal when Sebastian finds her in her room, and finds Eric's library after sneaking out of her room. He accompanies her and tells her about the treasure he has collected during his travels, while also expressing his desire to explore more of the globe. The next day, Grimsby permits Eric to sneak into town with Ariel and while Selena is distracted. Before Eric takes Ariel to a market, they spend the day riding in a horse-drawn carriage that nearly runs into oncoming traffic. Then, in an effort to hasten the kissing, Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle have Scuttle steal Eric's hat and entice them onto a boat to ride over a lake. They try to create the right atmosphere with the aid of other animals. Through some hints, Ariel is also able to reveal her name to Eric. Flotsam and Jetsam flip the boat over, just as they are about to kiss. Ursula decides to take matters into her own hands after realizing how close Ariel came to succeeding. She uses one of her potions to disguise herself as Vanessa, a stunning woman, and uses Ariel's voice to hypnotize Eric. Triton dispatches search terms to the underwater kingdom to look for Ariel. He soon becomes deeply repentant after realizing that his actions may have caused his daughter to turn away from him. The following morning, Scuttle flees into the room to share some rumors. She's heard about Eric getting ready to pop the question. Ariel is heartbroken to see him with Vanessa when she goes to find him. She flees, causing Flounder, Sebastian, and Scuttle to search for her. Scuttle notices Ursula's true reflection in the mirror and hears Ariel's voice coming from Vanessa's room. She takes off in her flying machine to start Ariel and alert the situation. While the others head off to break up the engagement, Flounder goes to tell Triton. At Eric's engagement party, Scuttle flies in to divert the guests, and Max aids her in attacking Vanessa. When Ariel enters, she hands over the locket, breaking it, freeing her voice and enabling her to speak to Eric at last. The sun sets and Ariel turns back into a mermaid before they can share a kiss. Selena despises sea creatures because she thinks that they are harmful. Before diving back into the water, Vanessa transforms back into Ursula and grabs Ariel. Ursula uses Flotsam and Jetsam to entangle Ariel and almost take her life before Triton agrees to give up her trident before Ursula is discovered by Triton as she is carrying Ariel along. Triton is given to the eels to drain his life so that Ursula can use the trident's additional power. Eric pursues Ariel and uses a harpoon to strike Ursula in the arm. Ursula wants to kill him, so Flotsam and Jetsam try to drag him down underwater, but Ariel makes Ursula blast and vaporize the eels into pieces instead. Ursula becomes a monstrous size and starts to attack Ariel and Eric after becoming upset. Ursula uses the trident to try to blast Eric while Ariel climbs aboard a sunken ship to take control of it. Ursula is sent to her doom when Ariel maneuvers the ship so that she, the impaled broken bowsprit, can impale her. Triton's life force is restored as the trident falls. After returning to the surface, Eric attempts to locate Ariel, but eventually gives up. Selena explains to him that she was mistaken about sea creatures and her son's feelings for Ariel as he concedes defeat. Later, Triton notices Ariel longingly gazing out of the castle. Even though it requires him to let his daughter go, he understands what she wants. Ariel returns to Eric after receiving her legs back from him using his trident, and there they share their first kiss. After getting married, Ariel and Eric get ready to set sail and travel the world. They are greeted by Flounder, Sebastian, and Scuttle. Before Triton, Ariel's sisters and the rest of the Mere people arrive to say goodbye and watch them depart with the humans, marking the beginning of a new era in which the Mer and human worlds can coexist peacefully, and the movie ends here. If you enjoyed the recap, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell notification to get notified when we post the next fascinating recap. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching.